Welcome back to the Zero Weakness Podcast, where we talk about how to be a better lifter, how to be a better coach, and everything in between. Make sure you subscribe and enjoy. All right, someone intro.
CJ.
Hey, he's too invested in sending emojis on Messenger.
Emojis. All right.
Just car chat. You wouldn't know, Tom, bro.
It's sad because that's actually what I was. It's so sad. All right.
Have you heard CJ when he braces now?
I wish I made that noise.
You got to keep all of this in, by the way.
Well, hello and welcome to another episode of the Zero Weakness Podcast. We are sponsored by Establishment Coffee. Go to establishmentcoffee.com.au.
Are you serious?
Establishment Coffee Co.
Coffee Co.
The fumes from his new car.
I know. It's been too long. Use the code 025. Get 25% off your order and free shipping. We're back with another episode with... what's wrong?
Just hang on a sec. Someone say something?
Hello.
Oh,
Test 1, 2.
no, I fixed it. There was just, I had to switch it to the mode where I can hear people who squat less than 400.
Oh, listen to him.
Sorry. It's all good now.
The biggest equipped total in Australia.
Right. What were we saying?
All right.
The equipped guy is here.
This week I'm grateful for everyone weaker than me in equipped, which is everyone in the country. So it's my grateful for the week.
Is that you walking into the establishment, even though you already own? You know that meme where it's like walking into work and knowing I'm stronger than the owner, so I practically own the place?
That's right. I got to ignore all the people that I coach that have done bigger lifts than me. Raw. Add a lighter body weight.
Oh, they don't count. It's just this room right now.
Anyway.
What's everyone been up to?
Now let's kick it off. What are we grateful for? CJ, what are you grateful for?
Family.
See, here's the card.
Family.
Fast and furious.
Family.
CJ gets a flash new card.
There's
Relax, G. Boy, his movie recommendation, eh?
What's the quote? Nothing more important than the people in this room right now.
Familia.
Yeah, family. My cousin is here. She's moved over. Nice. So my whole life, it's been I guess a dream of my mum's to help bring her nieces and cousins over here and have a better life. And so it's what she did on her own, but she's been for years trying to get our cousins over here and help sponsor them. And so she's actually helped put a lot of my cousins through college and whatnot, and then now that they're graduated, help bring them over here. So one of them's actually now over here after being denied a visa so many times. And it's so weird because my whole life I've always been the foreigner, the Aussie cousin that goes back over there, and it's here's our Australian cousin. And now that she's over here, I'm you're actually going to see this whole life that I live that you've never seen before.
Yeah.
It's such a weird thing. And she's complaining about how cold it is. I'm cold?
Yeah.
Gosh, it is so hot. She's it's freezing. She was gutted because she was one thing I want to do is I want to go to the snow. And I was I'm so sorry. It doesn't snow here on the Gold Coast. She was I'm so sad. I was don't worry. It snows further south. It does snow in Australia, but not on the Gold Coast. It's trust me, you don't want to live in the snow. You just want to visit it. And she was gutted.
So she's
already gutted.
Is she super fresh?
Yes, but her English is very good. Surprise. Well, I guess because she's one of the few cousins I've gone through college.
Most Filipinos have actually really out of all the Asian countries, it's probably the best English speaking country.
Do you have to learn it in school over there?
Yeah. You learn American English.
Yeah.
So that's why you'll meet lots of Filipinos with a funny American accent.
Yeah.
Does she have an American accent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much so. But I was even telling her, I was trust me, out of the Filipinos that have been here, you have better English than a lot of them. But yeah, I usually when Filipinos come here, they struggle with hearing the Aussie accent, but she's been fine. Usually when I go over there, I find myself changing my accent and talking like a Filipino.
You can't help it, eh?
Yeah, you can't help it. But with her, I haven't at all, and she's understood me totally fine. I was you're actually really good. But she struggles with little things. She caught the bus the other day, and she was can you just tell me when we hit Robina Town Centre? And the bus driver was you mean Robina Town Centre? And she was I don't know what Centre is. And I was like, oh, yeah, a lot of Aussies do sound like that. You'll get used to it.
Yeah, Aussies turn everything into one word.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, super grateful that she's here and, yeah, have more family than just, my mum here in Australia. So I'm stoked.
Nice.
Cute.
Bridget, what are you grateful for?
Same sort of thing. My brother, he's the only family member I've got on the Gold Coast, and he's been in Japan for the past 2 months.
Nice.
And I actually really miss him, but they get back in a couple of weeks, so I'm really excited to see him. So yeah, I'm grateful for my big bro.
Nice.
Yeah.
James?
I've got a Filipino basketball tournament this weekend.
Nice.
So I am grateful for the Filipino community. I don't know, CJ, I don't know if you got this because you can't speak Tagalog. Like growing up, it's always been like, oh, you're not really Filipino.
Oh, yeah. That's what I mean. Like when I go over there, I'm the foreigner.
Yeah.
But I don't look white Aussie.
But there's probably about 3 of us that can't talk Filipino out of all my Filipino friends, Tagalog or Ilocano. And I'm one of them, but they've never once made me feel like an outsider. So I'm grateful for that.
That's cool.
So is this going to be basketball or like one of those basketball cross MMA sort of?
Well, he's now prepared with a good ground game. He's probably got the best ground game on the court now.
That's why he started BJJ.
Wait, no, I didn't tell you guys this. Did I tell you how I almost got into a fight at a scrimmage maybe like 2 months ago?
Gosh, no, you haven't.
So I almost got into a scrap at a scrimmage. And I was like, so this would have been before jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
4 months ago, whatever. And yeah, early this year. Did I tell you about this?
I don't think so.
So I almost got into a fight at the scrimmage. Everyone was trying to break it up. And me and this guy were getting pretty heated. And then after it, one of the boys goes to me, "You're lucky you didn't fight that guy." I'm like, "Why?" And he goes, "He's one of the best boxers in Queensland."
Oh my God.
I was like, "Fuck." It's the worst. So yeah, Filipinos, they just love it, eh?
Nice. That's a scary thing. I think about that a lot. Like, I don't think about it a lot, but I've thought about it before. You just don't know.
Yeah, don't underestimate anyone.
What the other person can do.
Like, to be fair, it probably wouldn't have come to blows. Like, because, we're all kind of mates and they were like the Ipswich crew. So they came down to scrimmage with us. It wouldn't have come to that, but it was getting heated. And Filipinos, they like taking things to that next level.
Very passionate.
What started it? I want the context.
So what happened was he fouled someone really hard. We didn't call a foul. And then he went down, drove to the rim, jumped up, got fouled, and then called foul straight away. And I was like, bro, you can't be calling fouls when you're not doing it on the other end. And then he got the ball back, so he checked it up again, and he missed. And I go, ball don't lie. It's just like a saying that you say, like, basketball doesn't lie. So I said, ball don't lie. And then he got real heated about it, and then we just started chipping off at each other in each other's face. He was running up and down the court. He's like, yeah, well, let's go then. And then me and him stopped, and then everyone comes in, oh, leave it. You guys are being idiots. And it was just loud and
But I already
annoying.
snuck 6 in before they could pull me off him. And
But I'd never want to throw the first punch.
Well, it sounds like he could give it, but he couldn't take it. It sounded like he was being a little...
Yeah, but I'm
sook
not.
about it.
I'm known for being loud and talking shit across any sport.
Yeah.
So in basketball, it's he was better than me as well, so he probably wanted to, get something up on me. But yeah, it's fun. But yeah, I'm grateful. I didn't get my fucking block, my head knocked off.
oh my gosh.
Nice. I don't know what I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for my body being in one piece. Like, I feel really good after the comp. So
Nice.
I'm grateful for that. It's been a while.
And you had like the best prep.
Yeah, I didn't get injured very much.
Yeah, you
Very much.
That might be the best prep I've ever seen you have. Like in terms of performance as well. And you were really fucking busy too during it.
Yeah, true. You fly out every weekend.
Yeah. And you got
Holding
sick
comps.
a couple of times, didn't you?
Nah,
Yeah, actually, yeah. I did it tough. I did it real tough.
Yeah.
Imagine what I'll do when when I've got a clean prep.
Without any
I was
distractions.
going to say, Bridget, don't remind him.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Bridget, don't remind him that he was sick. He probably forgot that one. He had that one loaded in the barrel.
That's right. And I cut for the comp.
Did you actually?
Nah.
What?
Well, I stopped eating the day before and didn't drink anything.
Oh, nice.
Just a little baby cut.
Why?
Weren't you
Little
way
baby.
under the weight class anyway?
Yeah, but it'll weigh in a bit lighter.
Nice.
But it just straight up like novice move.
Yeah.
It's like, I push my dots up. Not in competition with anyone.
Really equipped guy.
It's just like body image issues. I didn't want to weigh what I actually weigh.
Do you know what's cool though? You've motivated Lee. No, not Lee. Sorry. Fuck, I feel stupid for forgetting his name.
Fonz.
No.
Kevin.
Nah. Moldy Beast.
Oh, Les.
Yeah, sorry. You've motivated Les to get back into some equip lifting.
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
Bring it, Les.
Yeah.
Let's see what you do without a super shirt, buddy. Even though he squatted and deadlifted raw.
So that'll be cool. That'll be cool to see. But yeah, congrats, Tom, bro. You killed it.
Oh, so cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We might as well do a little recap now on your comp. Talk us through it. Talk us through the prep. Talk us through the lead up, the week of comp.
Yeah, well, it all started 6 months ago.
You had a vision.
Bought my first shirt.
Had a dream. No, it was good. I was stoked that I got a bench, that I didn't have to open raw. Bench actually went pretty good. Yeah, I guess I'll recap the day. It was first, thank you to Strength Tribe. They put on an amazing show, and they've got a new spot now. They're in their new gym, and it's big, and it's just a really good spot for a comp. And they've just got an amazing gym, amazing crew, very lively crew, and it's just similar to ours, you know, like very cool and very connected. And it was a really fun comp to be at. My mum was there. My mum's never seen powerlifting, so it's her first time ever watching me do any sport in my life, and first time watching powerlifting. So that was cool to have her there. At one point, she's like, I sat down with her just in between flights, and we were watching a bench, and the person got reds on the bench for their butt lifting up. And she's like, "Oh, did they fail because they touched their chest?" Like, oh, mum. No, you have to touch it. So it was just cute to see someone's like very first exposure to powerlifting competition.
Was your mum fucking mortified when she saw you put 400 kilos on your back?
Yeah, she wasn't stoked. She's more mortified that I have a beard now than anything. Yeah, so I felt really good in squats. I panicked because the two flights before us were 10 lifters, or I think the flight before me actually 2 dropped out, so it was only 8 lifters, and it was flying. And so I was behind in my warm-ups, and I was really trying to get everything done, and I was just like a mess. I was sweating so hard, and I was taking like 2-minute rests between, 220, 270, 320. It just all went like a blur. And then they came out the back, and they're like, "Oh, by the way, we're going to give you 5 or 10 minutes between this flight," which was nice because then I got to sit down, chill out, and relax before the opener. Opener was 360 and it flew up, so that was cool. Went 380 and that was really comfortable. So I was always going to go 360, 380, 400. Even if 380 felt like trash, I was like,
May as well go for it.
yeah.
Yep.
Worst thing that can happen is I fail or tear both quad tendons and have my back snap in half. So what's the worst that can happen? So I went 400 and it was pretty comfy. I've had the sorest calves since the comp because when I unracked, I was like falling forward and my calves were just like working really hard to stop me falling over. So they're really sore. In my opinion, the squat was high. So I don't feel great about, having this record and looking at the lift and knowing my own squat from the front and being like, I don't actually think it was there. But then I've seen other angles and I'm like, might have been there, but I'm pretty sure it was high.
Look, well, is my mic working? My mic's not working, eh?
It is.
Yeah, it's just kind of faint.
Just wiggle the thing on the bottom.
This, like, push it in more.
Yo,
Yeah,
is that better?
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, sweet. I know you weren't. You might not have been too stoked with the depth, but like we always say, the refs are there. They're doing their best job with what they can see on the day. So on the day, you got 3 white lights.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what they saw on the day was perfect.
Yeah. So that was cool. Squats went all good. Bench was all good. I just failed my third. So I went 235, but I misgrooved it. So it got a little bit shaky in the middle because I was going to go 235, 250, and then whatever. So I went 245, played it safe, got that easy enough, went 255 and failed it. It felt really good. It just got up halfway and I had nothing left. And then I struggled with deadlifts in the warm-ups. I freaked Daniel out because I put the last warm-up I do is 320 with the straps on. And I put the straps on. By then, I hadn't eaten all day. I'd only had liquid. So I drank like 2 or 3 liters of Maximus and like 100 salt tablets to stop from cramping and stuff. And I was just like full. And I put the suit on. It was really tight. And so I went to do the 320 and I physically couldn't get to the bar. I'm like, oh, this isn't good. So I tried to pull the suit up a little bit, which makes it a little less effective, but moves a bit better. So I did that and I could just reach the bar, and I got my hands on it, and I went to pull it, and I got like an inch off the floor, and I dropped it. I'm like, this is not good. So I quickly ran over and put some chalk on, and then I did one, and I locked it out and kind of lost balance and lost grip and put it down real fast. I'm like, okay, I might bomb on deads. So I went into the unknown, and I got my opener. My second, I'll show you the video later. I got the second to the top, and I almost dropped it, but I just got the down call, so I made it. Because I just having a hard time getting to the bar and grabbing it. And then the second gave me 1,000 kilo total. And then I pulled the 367 on the third to go 10-12, which was the record.
Was the goal to go? Was the goal to go over 1,000? Is that would you have been happy with 1,000?
Yeah, I honestly would have been happy with more than my best.
Yeah,
which was previously 980. So I really wanted 1,000, and then if I was going 1,000, I'm like, well, 10-12, which would have been the record, is right there. So I really wanted to get the record on my second attempt. So if I went 400, 260, then the record on the second attempt would have been easy. But because I didn't get that bench, just put it a little bit out of reach. So I went 1,000 on the second, went for the record on the third.
Are we going to see more of Tom Bro in the equipment?
I don't know. I go away, or Meg and I go away in May for Jordan Hellier's wedding over in Spain. So we're going over there. And then when I come back, I have an appointment with a new surgeon to look at my left hip, because I just can't do raw squats at the moment very well. And if he wants to do surgery and it fixes it for the time being, I'll go back to raw. If he doesn't want to do surgery, or says he can't do surgery, or offers, there's like, I can go in and clean it up, which is what I want to do, and make it move better again. Or there's this thing called resurfacing, which is like halfway between the surgeries that I've had and a full replacement. And I don't want to do that because it doesn't have great research, and it's a bit hit and miss, and it's very invasive. And so like, if he says we can do resurfacing and that'll fix it, I'll probably say no and just stick to equipped lifting.
Do you still have some unfinished business in raw?
I've been strong enough to total 900 for years, and I've never actually put it together. So I just want to go over 900.
That should be pretty easy for you.
That's what I mean. Like, yeah. I've done the numbers before, but I've never put it together. So like I wanted to do it at Pro Raw years ago, and I got hurt in my deadlift warm-ups, and then I wanted to do it here a few years ago, and I tore my pec. So yeah, I'm confident I can do it. I just need to make it to the platform for once. Not even make it to the platform. I made it to the platform twice. I need to make it through the platform to the end of the day.
Well, we've got there's a really big comp towards the end of the year that
Zero Pro.
Yeah, apparently going to be really good.
Now, see, that's my problem though. Like, I would look at something like that and be like, I can do it there, and then prep too fast, and that's where I get hurt. Mm-hmm. So that was the beauty of this, is that I decided I was going to do this equip comp like mid to late last year, and started like paving the way for it slowly and feeling things out with how my body was feeling, like how my hips were going, and getting an idea of what I could handle training load wise, and then use that information to do the prep. So I just need to make sure I give myself more time to figure it out if I'm going to do a raw comp, rather than looking at one and being like, I'm doing that and rushing.
Well done. Congratulations on an awesome performance.
Yeah, congratulations.
You deserved it. You fucking killed it. And it's let's hope that our record stays in your name for a lot longer.
Yeah, no one does equip, so I think it's pretty safe for now.
Equip's fucking cool. There's a few people I really like watching lift equipped. I like watching you lift equip. I like watching Bryce Krojbernicki.
Bryce Krojbernicki.
Yeah, he looks awesome in equipment. I don't know.
It's because it's like slow and controlled, so it's so nice and clean.
Yeah, it looks perfect.
Yeah.
Everyone always talks about how nice your squat looks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are we gonna see a resurgence of equipped lifting? I hope so.
No. Were you and Daniel in the same flight?
Originally we were, but I asked to be moved to the morning because I was a guest lifter. So I asked to be moved to the morning, and Tom, the meet director, he obliged. So I wanted to be available to help out with the comp, to upskill the refs, to watch Daniel. And then Jessica, our new staff member from Southside, she ended up last minute, like, didn't prep for it, just was like,
and she killed it.
I want to do the comp and I want to do nationals. Yeah, she did really well.
Yeah.
She weighed in at 58 and she squatted 170, benched 87, and deadlifted 165.
170 in sleeves, yeah?
Correct. Yeah.
Insane.
What a weapon.
And you self-wrapped, even your 400, you self-wrapped.
Yeah.
That's insane. Did you wrap Daniel?
No, he went in sleeves.
Oh, that's right.
He didn't have the day you wanted, though. Did you see his Instagram post?
No,
He's
well,
like, the goal was to go 900. Didn't have the day I
Oh,
wanted.
yeah. I
Ended
did
up
see
going
that.
9 for 9
Yeah.
with a 712 kilo total.
Yeah, he actually had.
9 for 9.
He probably had his best powerlifting performance he's ever had.
Yeah.
He finally got his 180 in comp. He got 180 and then 182. Did he get the 182?
Yeah,
he
he
did.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
His number one goal was to out squat Tom Earl,
Mm-hmm.
who did it in reps at States. So he chipped him and went 257. That was his number one goal, and he got it.
Daniel's really strong in sleeves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he did well.
Yeah, he's not far off his rap squat.
Yeah, I think what's his best rep squat?
280?
275?
Yeah, 275.
Up there.
Hopefully see him squat 300 at Nationals if he decides to do it. And reps. That is.
Yeah. All right. What are our quotes?
Oh.
Oh, yeah, let me start because I never actually have one, and today I've got one.
Yeah, what's Lem's quote for the week?
No, this is my one. All right. We cannot solve problems with the kind of thinking we employed when we came up with them.
Yeah. I've heard that in many iterations. I like that.
I thought we were doing movie quotes.
Well, do a movie
Do
quote.
a movie quote.
And now I can't remember what my movie quote was. You guys go.
It'll be from Alien.
What's
No, it's not from Alien. It's from Lord of the Rings.
No. Was it my quote that I gave you
No.
the other week? Was it meat's
Well, now I
back
can't
on the
say-
menu, boys?
Oh my gosh.
I love that have you seen the memes like what's his name? The guy who plays Aragorn.
Oh, Viggo Mortensen.
Yeah. When he kicked the
Oh,
when he
about
kicked
how-
the helmet, he broke his toe.
Yeah.
And there's always like memes of like a guy watching it with his girlfriend, desperate to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. What's your quote, CJ?
Gosh. I'm so not prepared.
Toyota 86 is far superior to the Subaru BRZ.
Ouch. That's very painful.
Thomas Lilley,
That's
2023.
not even a quote. That's just an insult. What's it?
I've got one.
You
if
go.
you're
You go.
still-
You go.
Well, mine's
I've
just.
got no idea.
This is one I was going to use the other week, and I forgot about it. But it's you don't need to be good at the things you love to do them.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you do.
No, you
I'm
don't.
kidding.
Mine is pain is temporary, quitting lasts forever.
Quitting is forever. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
That's a Lance Armstrong quote,
CJ, you got one?
which is ironic because I can tell you from my hips that pain is not temporary.
Yes. A movie quote? It's okay. I've always done Batman, so we'll change it. Can't do Bane again. Ask any racer. Win by an inch or a mile. Winning is winning, I think. I think that's the quote.
Yeah, grease lightning.
I think that's the Grease Lightning. No, that's Fast and Furious.
Oh, is it?
See, CJ's a full-blown car guy now, eh?
Gone in 60 seconds.
Yeah.
But not the good version. The version with Nicolas Cage, which actually is the
That
good
is the
version.
good version.
I told you, CJ. I've seen CJ. I've been getting fucking ads for Subaru BRZs.
Have you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see them way more often now,
Yeah.
and blue ones as well.
Yeah, they're all
Yeah.
blue.
Yeah.
Did they come in many colors?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, what did you think of the race on Sunday, CJ?
I was so jealous. So many of my friends got to go.
Oh,
I
really?
was so gutted.
I've still never gone.
Oh,
So expensive.
yeah.
What is it?
Formula
so,
One.
yeah.
Was that the one where everyone was crashing?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was such.
Yeah. Weren't there like 12 out, I think?
Yeah. Less than half the field
Yeah.
finished the race.
Yeah. Which is really rare for Melbourne.
Especially for the Australian GP. There was 2 red flags, which means the crashes were so bad that they had to stop the race.
Yeah, I
They
hated it
twice.
how they had to end on an emergency lap.
It's not an emergency.
Isn't that what happened?
Emergency lap.
No, what's
they
it called?
ended it on a red flag.
Red flag, yeah.
On a-
formation.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
On a formation.
is there such thing as a black flag?
A black flag is when you get disqualified. So if you're driving, you get shown that you've been disqualified for cheating or yeah.
I on Instagram there's a function called hidden words, which like censors. You can turn it on and it'll censor comments, and it'll censor messages that you get and filter them out so you don't see them. So you can hide offensive things. And I can't remember what it is. There's hidden words and there's hidden something else. And I turned that off. I turned the other one off, and now I get exposed to like the most horrific things on Instagram. It's so good. That's where I started seeing videos like the guy breaking his neck.
Oh yeah, that's hectic.
Anyway,
Is that automatically turned on?
it's automatically turned on.
Oh, you got to show me how to turn it off.
Yeah, if you want, I can send you these horrific videos.
Yeah.
'Cause the only people I can share them with at the moment are Alex Evans and Davey Ravy. 'Cause they're the only people I know who are as cooked as me. Anyway, I say all this because you're talking about Formula One, and I watched this video of just a GoPro chess video of someone driving a go-kart. Another go-kart hit them and like came up onto the cart, and the guy's finger just got like pulled clean off. Crazy.
The bone and everything?
Yeah, like gone. Finger.
Whoa.
Yeah, Jesus,
That's my
That's
story.
cool.
that's fucked.
You can cut that out if that's offensive to the listener.
Nah, that's good. That's good. We've been talking about movies and whatnot on the podcast, and a few people really liked it. So I haven't really got anything for it, but I'm just putting
You
down
just wrote movies, music.
movies, music, and entertainment.
What's everybody watching at the moment?
Last of Us just finished the first season. Been
how-
absolutely obsessed and loving that show.
How good was it?
Yeah,
Episode 8.
they've done so well to stay true to the game, but tastefully have kind of like changed things up to make it better for the show. Which, yeah, I feel like a lot of other shows can take that advice. A lot of shows that have been adapted from games have really bombed.
Or books, Rings of Power.
Yes, yeah. So yeah, I've been loving watching that. I'm so behind, but I need to finish Peaky Blinders. I
Yeah.
absolutely love that show.
What season are they up to?
I think it's like 7, isn't it? 6
Peaky?
or 7. Peaky Blinders.
think
I've
it's-
seen up to 5.
Yeah, I was going to say, I
Yes.
think I've seen up to about 5.
It's 6, but it's finished. So I actually just need to
okay.
finish the show.
So it's one more season.
Yeah.
All right.
I reckon it ran its course.
Yeah,
After a few seasons.
Yeah. That's
Did you
why
ever get into it?
I watched a little bit of the first season,
Yeah.
and that's it.
It's very repetitive. It's cool though.
It is.
I can't get over. Is his name Cillian Murphy? Cillian Murphy. What- I can't get over the fact that he looks the same as he did in The Mask with Jim Carrey, which is
Yeah.
like 1998 or
He's
something.
like in his 40s and he looks amazing.
He looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
Like, how is that possible?
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think? Why is he staring at me?
What have you been watching, Tom, bro?
Nothing. Honestly, I haven't watched anything for ages. So I want to put another question out there, which is I want to know what your favorite series is of all time. Not what you think the best series is of all time, but what your favorite series
Breaking
was.
Bad.
Oh, okay, well, I'll think of another one.
I got 2.
Yeah.
The Wire.
I've never seen The Wire.
The Wire's really good. I think I've still got them all on DVD, so you can borrow them if you want.
Yeah.
The Wire and Made in America.
Yeah, I'll just go down to Cash Converters and buy myself a DVD player. I've actually got a DVD player.
I've been told by so many people to watch The Wire.
Yeah, The Wire's
like heaps
awesome.
of clients,
Yeah.
like you should watch that.
I don't even know what Made in America is.
So there was only 2 seasons of Made in America, and it's all about these 2 dudes trying to do a startup, and they start their own denim line.
Yeah.
And it's pretty cool. It's like based in New York, and it's got a lot of pop culture in it. It's got Kid Cudi in it. It's pretty cool. So they're my 2.
So what was the question? Best
Best TV
TV
series.
series.
Your favorite,
Your
not the
favourite.
best. Your favorite.
My favorite, Sherlock, with Benedict Cumberbatch. I think that is just so well written and so smart. I love that show.
Who plays Watson?
He's the guy from. He's one of the Hobbits. Forgot his name.
Which Hobbit?
Oh, Frodo.
No, not Frodo. Oh, I forgot his name.
Pippin, Mary.
Martin Freeman.
Which
Is that
one's
Mary?
that? I don't know the actors' names. I only
I think it's Mary.
Oh, Martin Lawrence.
Was he also in Lost? Did you ever see Lost?
No, I never saw Lost.
Because he was
Nah.
in that.
Yeah, Martin Freeman. What else is he in?
Oh, Bilbo.
Bilbo.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
Bilbo from The Hobbit.
From The Hobbit.
yeah.
I need to think of a second one.
Why? The question was, what's your favorite?
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought
no, I said I got 2. I got 2.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Yeah, no, yeah, sure.
Well, I'm going
Sure.
to do 2 because I would have said Breaking Bad. And this is going to offend some people, but I don't give a fuck. I'm going to say The US Office.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's what I've watched the US Office, I don't know how many times. Like I can almost quote it word for word up until like season 6, season 7, 8. Was 9 the last one? I
Sure.
kind of went downhill.
What about
But-
Seinfeld?
And Seinfeld too. Seinfeld too. But I've watched The Office a lot more than Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seen Seinfeld 1,000 times.
Yeah, I mean, like that's about all you had.
It was Pioneer, the first of its kind.
See, I grew up with Friends. You would have grown up with Friends.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
all of us, besides maybe CJ. Like
No.
you would have had reruns, but you
Yeah.
probably weren't into it.
I grew up with like Big Bang Theory and Modern Family. Those were my sitcoms.
I'd put The Simpsons up there.
Yep.
Yeah.
1,000.
Yes.
Yeah, Simpsons is second after Breaking Bad.
But Simpsons. Let's do that for like maybe next week. Best cartoon series. SpongeBob.
Oh, I've got some good ones for cartoons. All right, what's your podcast? What do you guys listen to at the moment?
I've been loving Flagrant.
Yeah.
So they've it's actually been like this for a while now, but they've changed from using mics like this to lapels, and it's really changed the vibe of the whole podcast. In some ways, it's a little bit like, because we wear like the headphones and mics, you're very self-aware of not talking over people, and that's where it can get a bit messy for them because they're not wearing headphones and it's just lapels, so they're just chatting in a room. And there's a lot of like cutting off, but it also flows very naturally. Like it's kind of, I enjoy listening to it in the car, and they've been getting some pretty dope guests on lately.
They're killing it.
See, I've only done one Flagrant, and it was the Liver King. And
Oh, yeah.
it was just super annoying. Like they were too annoying for me to have given them another chance. So maybe I should, but I just don't think it's my kind of podcast, to be honest.
Yeah,
Well,
right.
No offense. I bet you listen to Impulsive as well.
No, I don't. No, I can't. Unless they have a cool guest on. They had Ben Shapiro on, which is like the weirdest guest for them.
That is weird.
I know, but I actually really liked it though. It was cool seeing such a contrast in, I guess, audience. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway.
Well, technically, Paul, I'm here to talk about gender.
What about you, Tom, bro?
I'm a bit of a simpleton. Like, honestly, if you look at my most listened to podcasts, it's Zero and Melbourne Strength Culture.
Oh, yeah?
I listen to both of them pretty religiously.
Yeah.
I like listening back to us just to, I don't know.
Yeah, I do
I don't know if
sometimes
it's
too.
like, I could say like just checking the quality, checking what we can improve on and all that sort of stuff. I also kind of just like listening to it, which is weird because I get to be on it. So, I do listen to interesting guests on Rogan, but that's for the guests, not for Rogan, because I don't particularly love Joe Rogan. I think he's great at interviewing people, but when he puts his own opinion in, I'm like, bro, you don't know the subject. Just stop talking. He's annoying like that.
I love how confident he is.
So confident. Yeah.
He is. Yeah.
Yeah. And so the guests often have to be so polite about correcting him or normally dance around it a bit, which, yeah. But I like listening to like the scientists and stuff that go on Rogan. I don't listen to any of the comedy stuff. And honestly, not too much else. The Alex Hormozy one sometimes, but normally I just watch his YouTube videos. I sent you the video yesterday.
I don't miss. I love Andrew Schultz, so I don't think I've ever missed an episode of The Flagrant.
Wow.
Even when it was called Flagrant 2. Do you know it was called Flagrant 2 back in the day? Yeah. So I love Bridget. You know that all I consume is podcasts. That's pretty much all I listen to. Andrew Schultz, Flagrant, Brilliant Idiots with Charlemagne the God and Andrew Schultz. That's their combined one. And the Rory and Mel podcast, which is a hip hop podcast. So I just listen to that all the time. I don't miss an episode of that either. But one thing I've got it into, CJ, you know Chael Sonnen?
Mm-hmm.
Have you listened to his podcast?
I haven't, but I've seen snippets.
Yeah,
on
so he's an
Instagram.
MMA fighter, and he was the first guy to bring showmanship to the sport, where he was trying to actively sell fights by being the bad guy. So, like, he was the first person to talk so much shit and get everyone hating him, but he put bums on seats. So everyone loved him. So I love his podcast. I reckon he's full of shit half the time, but he's such a good storyteller. It's so, like... compelling, and you're just drawn in. Like, it's really hard for me to concentrate on things, but when he's talking, I'm just focused the whole time. It's really weird because he's so good at it. Like,
It's so interesting, like that art of storytelling, because I think of people who I have the absolute utmost respect for and like will read every single thing they write and digest everything, but I cannot listen to. Like, have you ever listened to the Reactive Training Systems podcast?
Is that Mike Teixeira's on?
Mike T,
yeah.
Like, no hate on them at all. Like, again, I love them and I've learned so much from them. I just can't do it. It's so hard to listen to.
Yeah, no, I feel that. But yeah, like with Chael, like just the way he talks, he's so charismatic. And like when I think about it, I'm like, fuck, I want to be like that on our podcast. I want to start telling stories like that. And so many times, he was actually just on the Flagrant podcast, CJ.
Yeah.
And so many times when he talks, it's like the whole time you're thinking, this is the biggest fucking lie I've ever heard in my life.
yeah. It's talking out of his ass.
But he says it with so much conviction. Like he reckons he knows DB Cooper.
I don't know what DB Cooper is.
So there's the bank robber, and there's a doc on Netflix about it. And then he also reckons he robbed a bank. But I don't know how he fucking robbed a bank when he's fucking just walking the streets.
DB Cooper's not the one that ended up with the thing around his neck, is it?
I'm not too sure. I can't remember.
Did you ever see that? There's a documentary. Maybe it didn't. I thought it was about conspiring to rob a bank. There's a documentary about this weird thing where a guy was found with like a bomb around his neck.
Oh, it might be that one actually.
And then it went off eventually. And then like the whole story of trying to find out how it happened and what happened. It's probably the best crime documentary I've seen on Netflix.
How long ago was that? That
like
sounds really
right
familiar.
when Netflix came to Australia.
Yeah.
When everyone was getting into
Don't fuck with cats.
No, yeah, well, yes, that was after it. The other one, Making a Murderer. When everyone was into that,
yeah.
and if you watched a couple of them, then it would come up with like, don't fuck with cats. This other one about the bomb thing. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
Bridget.
I don't listen to a lot of podcasts, but I've been listening to, this guy's actually a guest on Joe Rogan a lot, Brian Cox. He's a professor of physics and astronomy, and I could just listen to him talk about the universe all day, every day.
Do you like Neil deGrasse Tyson?
Yes, I've got his Astrophysics for People in a Hurry.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite books.
Yeah, I've read it a couple of times.
Yeah.
I don't know
yeah.
if you know I've met him.
Yeah, you said that
Yeah.
at an airport or something.
Yeah, no, at the Hilton and Universal Studios. I've got a photo with him on
What
my
was
Instagram.
he like?
Yeah, I mean, we go way back. So.
You and Neil?
He was really nice. He was really tired, and then he patted me on the back in the morning and said, "How are you, buddy?" And he filled my pants with jizz. But he's coming to Australia.
Brian Cox.
No, Neil deGrasse Tyson.
What?
Because Brian Cox. No, I was talking about Brian Cox.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, because Brian Cox is touring Europe and the UK with this cool interactive thing about the universe, and I was hoping he'd come here, but unfortunately not.
Is Brian Cox the British guy that's kind of always smiling and has
Yes.
I saved a video of him the other day
Yes.
talking about the Hubble telescope in a little space, and then there's like thousands of galaxies.
Yes. I nearly shared that on my story the other day.
So did I love that guy.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah, I've listened to him heaps on Rogan as well.
So I've been listening to a lot of his stuff lately.
He's so easy to listen to.
Yeah.
He tells, and I just love that he smiles the whole time. Like
Yeah.
he clearly loves it.
Yeah. What are you laughing at?
CJ, should we give them their own nerdy podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lord of the Rings and the universe.
Lord of the Rings, universe. Fuck you guys in your martial arts, going around beating people up, playing sports, driving fast cars,
Speeding.
Nah, to be fair, Bridget's got me into a lot of. I've been watching some sciencey
Yeah.
universe stuff as well.
It's so interesting. Science and nature, it's the best.
You can't not be blown away by it.
Yeah, no, legit.
Yeah.
it's
Have you seen some of the images from the new James Webb Space Telescope that's replacing the Hubble telescope?
I don't know.
The images are so clear, and they're discovering all this stuff that they thought they knew about the universe is all bullshit.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
what I do love are those memes where it's like, this is what a black hole sounds like, and you turn your phone right up, and it would just be like someone making like a sex noise or something.
Or that stupid one that goes on everything where it's like, oh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're the best. All right, we should probably get into some
On that, I know when Idan posts something that's like, wow, watch this closely. I'm like, I'm not watching.
Yeah.
Or at least I know to. Do you follow him?
No, I don't.
Have you seen his? What you know? What the kind of video I'm talking about, where it'll be like someone throwing a
And
baseball, but it's
and like
coming
a
out the
spider
screen. Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Always post that sort of stuff.
Watch closely.
We should probably get into some of our topics.
Nah.
No, we're good. It's funny because people like these episodes.
Yeah.
Where we just talk shit. What else is there? What else have I got here?
States recap.
Yeah, we should probably recap states.
Yeah, that's right. Yes.
We held APL Queensland States here at Ground Zero last weekend.
Big comp.
Over 2 days, almost 150 lifters.
Biggest comp we've run here, I think.
Is it?
Yeah, because States last year was the biggest one. And that was
at the time.
120 or something.
I don't know about you guys, but fuck, it ran smoothly.
It did.
Ran too smooth.
Yeah, I always think that every comp, I'm like, what have we done wrong?
Yeah.
Why
am
am I relaxed?
Well, we've been talking about this, about the fact that, so the Saturday, we finished the morning session with like 3 hours to spare.
Yeah, we did.
So what we're going to do at Nationals and what we'll do from now on, instead of going 2 in the morning, 3 in the afternoon, we'll flip
3 in the morning.
3 in the morning, and we'll put the start time for the afternoon earlier than we think. So everyone's here. So if we finish early, we just roll straight through.
That's a good idea.
Because like if we didn't have that 2 hour gap, we would have been out of here by like what, 3:34?
Yeah.
Do you think the morning runs so quick because it's a lot of the lighter lifters?
Yeah, definitely.
Like if we
Less
start
time
putting
to
heavier
load
lifters
and
there,
unload
wouldn't
the
it
bar.
slow down the morning?
Yeah, and I think just everyone's fresh. Like all the spotters and loaders are fresh and
true.
everything, and
That is true.
everyone's on the ball. Yeah, there were smaller flights on the Saturday as well. Like the most dropouts that we had were on the Saturday morning, so it was just less people too.
Yeah.
But it was a sick comp.
Really
It
good.
was so
Yeah.
fun.
Thank you so much to all our spotters, loaders,
Yes.
everyone who volunteered, everyone that makes powerlifting what it is. Obviously, the sport can't run without your help. And one day, eventually, you know, these people will be able to get like, it won't be such volunteer based. One day, the sport's going to grow big enough where it'll be, I don't know, I'd like to think of it more of a professional environment. Like, we make it as professional as we can, but one day it's going to be, if it keeps growing like this, it's going to be even better.
For sure. For sure. All right. Well, who did you guys have lifting?
I had Matilda on the Saturday.
Matilda.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Sorry, Matilda.
It's James's fault. He's poisoned us for years.
Because I used to call her Matilda.
Yeah.
For anyone who doesn't know, her name has an E on the end instead of an A. And she's from Denmark, so we thought it was like a
Wow,
nice
she's from
way
the Netherlands.
Oh, she's from the Netherlands. I'm sorry, Matilda.
All right, CJ, there might be some editing here.
Yes, please. But yeah, she absolutely killed it. It was her first sanctioned comp. She did a novice comp last year, the Zero Classic, I think in September. And this was her first sanctioned comp. She went 8 for 9, got a bunch of PBs, and just had a great time. She was so nervous when she got in, and by the end of it, she was having a ball. So
Yeah, she lifted really
yeah,
well.
she did great. Just missed her third bench.
Yep.
I think that was it. Yeah.
And you had Scotty.
And I had Scotty Too Hottie on Saturday morning, but we were a little bit short staffed, so I had to jump in and ref. So James helped Scotty in the warm-up room. And yeah, how was he?
Yeah, he's good. Scotty's always good. It's so
He's
funny.
great.
It's the only time you ever see him kind of nervous and a little bit awkward. Because normally he just walks in the gym with a huge smile across his face, talking shit. James, hardly working, or always giving me some fucking like, fuck up, Scotty. So I love kind of seeing him a little bit awkward and weird. Then I just lean into it a little bit
He
more.
was real nervous about lifting in the morning because he's a nighttime trainer. He comes in and trains at 6 o'clock every day. So being up that early and having to lift heavy, he keeps telling everyone, he's like, yeah, I was doing my third squat by 8:30 in the morning. Oh my God.
I'm like, when he was complaining about it, I'm like, bro, you fucking barely train at nighttime anyway. You rock up, shake a few hands, do a few heavy singles.
Talk some shit.
Yeah. He's the man. I love Scotty.
The thing I love about Scotty is normally people who have been through something like he's been through bring it up all the time as either an excuse or almost like a cry for attention. Besides when I got it out of him, I've never heard him talk about it.
No.
Never heard it be a thing.
About what?
He was in a major accident about 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Just a very serious work accident that most people would use as a crutch for the rest of their life, and he just chooses not to.
Yeah. I've never heard of it. Yeah.
That's why he's always, before he started working with us at Zero, there was no way he could squat to depth at all. And now he's getting 3 white lights on all the squats, which is fucking awesome to see.
I mean, one of them was lucky. No offense, Scotty.
No, but he's the man. He's always got like I said, he's always got a smile on his face.
Yeah.
He's always a great bloke to be around.
Yeah.
So good on you, Scotty.
Do you have anyone else, Bridget?
No, that was just the two of them.
Two?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
James, you had a few?
I only had 2 as well.
Scorpions and Motos?
Yes, Scorpions and Motors. Janus 2.0. I had Big Sean Makuno. He killed it. He's gotten so strong. So I was really proud of his performance.
Legend.
He's done a really good job at like with his body recomposition as well.
Yeah.
So he's worked really well. He's in such good shape. He got so strong. This sounds a little bit ignorant, but he might have put maybe 100 kilos on his total.
Big.
Yeah, it was something huge that he put on.
Yeah.
It's just a really hard worker. So he had a really good day. He either went 7 for 9 or 8 for 9. I can't remember.
He had a good day.
But all through prep, he was PBing every week.
Yeah.
So he killed it. So congratulations, brother. I had Angus Roxburgh as well.
Yeah, he did great.
And yeah, he did so good. So we put, I think, 45 kilos on his total
Yeah.
in 3.5 months, 4 months.
Jeez.
And he's still getting like way stronger. Like we probably left kilos on the platform.
He did, yeah.
Yeah.
So like I honestly reckon by nationals, I reckon he'll bench 3 reds. He'll bench 170 soon. He still had a lot of in the tank for deadlifts.
Yep.
Yeah, he did. Hey.
Yeah.
Like-
Like we were playing. We were going for the. I was helping you go for
Yeah.
the for the third place, the podium on that one.
Yeah.
And he had a lot in the tank, but that was the number we had to go to assume to play the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a fucking cool battle though.
Yeah.
It was cool to see, and he loved it too. He just couldn't believe how he was so happy with his result.
Yeah. Well, I remember like on every lift, I'm like, "Is this a PB?" And you're like, "Yeah, by like 20 kilos."
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
It's not just little PBs. You know, they were huge.
Yeah, like I couldn't believe it. I remember last year at what was the comp he did? The Christmas Cup.
Yes.
I remember Jordan Anderson was helping him in the warm-up room, and Jordan goes to me, "Hey, are you sure he's opening on a 197?" I'm like, "Yeah, why is that?" He's like, "He almost got stapled by 170," and I'm like, "Yeah, all right." And then I watched it, and I was like, "Yeah, fuck, that's bad." But his squats improved so much technique-wise, and he's so much more confident. So from opening at like his third attempt last year was 207, and I think we opened at like 212. So he's fucking come so far with his squats.
Amazing.
And yeah, like I said, like I reckon by the end of the year he'll get near 700,
Far out.
which means like over 100 kilos on his total in a year.
So good.
And that's not even like, you know, when people throw numbers out like that, like it's not even like a hopeful thing. It's like, no, he will get 700 by the end of the year.
Yeah.
Like that's the way his training's going as well. He's just so committed. And same with his partner Tori that Bridget coaches. She's getting
Yeah.
fucking stronger too. She didn't
killing
compete,
it.
but yeah, no, super stoked with Angus.
She's looking at doing Women of Power if we hold that this year. She wants to do a novice comp this year, so
Yeah, man.
yeah.
That'll be sick. Angus will actually be down here helping at the novice comp next weekend.
Oh, sick.
What a G.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's right. We have an office comp next week.
Yeah.
Yes.
Another one bites the dust.
Yeah.
Tom, bro, who'd you have?
Kathy Grant competed. She did really well. She competed sort of. We didn't pick properly. It was just sort of riding through it to get ready for nationals. So she got a bunch of PBs at a lighter weight than she used to compete at it as well. I think that's it. Did I help anyone else? The whole weekend was such a blur.
I feel like there were other people that you helped.
Oh, we had Khan Stevenson, Adam Warnock handled him.
Yeah, I was going to say Adam. Adam competed. We had to play a bit of strategy with that
I
one.
saw that.
Piss a few people off, make a few people scratch their heads, but that's the game. So Adam,
Who got pissed off?
I don't know if anyone actually got pissed off as much as just kind of like a little bit confused and frustrated.
Yeah.
Adam it was a battle for first place in the 82 kilo class.
Yep.
And it was between Adam and a guy, Nori Groom, who used to compete ages ago and has first come back in quite a while. And Adam had to pull a bigger deadlift, and Nori had put in a number, and we had put in a bigger number, which gave us the advantage. And so what I did is just before Nori was going to go, we had 2 attempt changes because there's third attempt deadlifts. So I quickly changed Adam's attempt while Nori was psyching up to be lower than Nori's, which changed the order. And then when they loaded Adam's before they said platform ready, I changed it back. So I changed it back to Nori. So it's just getting in their head and making them sort of psych up and then calm down and then psych up again, hoping that it
Throws them a
takes it
bit.
out of them. And yeah.
I love the strategic side to powerlifting.
Yeah.
It's so much fun, and watching it too all unfold.
Yeah.
Like you said, you saw Nori, but he's an experienced lifter too.
Yeah, and
So
Jordan Brown, his coach from the bar in Brisbane, he's been doing it forever. He knows how it works.
yeah, so you could see like it was cool to see how composed they were about it. They knew what was going on. Like he got psyched up, out the back sniffing him and you're screaming, and then he had to sit back down, and then he had to get back up, and it was just really cool to see. I love seeing that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Well, I didn't think the Nauruans, so we had a team come out from Nauru to do the comp. I didn't think the Nauruans would play the game with with Angus. And so like I knew if they did, Angus would have to pull big, and I didn't want to risk losing it. So we sort of banked on them not playing the game and bumping the number up, but they did, and then we banked on hoping that they missed it, and they didn't. So
Man,
they played it well.
The Naruans are killers, eh?
Yeah.
They were awesome. Bronco.
Very strong young man.
Wow.
Mini Jezza.
Everyone loved watching him lift, eh?
Yeah, what did he squat? 330?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't realize he had such a big bench, though.
Yeah.
202?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, decent.
What a weapon. Who else is there?
Sorry.
Andrew Houghton and
Oh, yeah, from Ground Zero.
Andrew
yeah.
Horton.
Yeah.
Andrew Horton.
Horton.
I've been saying Houghton for years, and he finally corrected me on the weekend.
Wow. Because I did
Andrew
hear you say
Horton.
that at the comp, and I
Yeah.
thought you pronounced it wrong.
Yeah,
But I'm
no,
wrong.
Andrew Horton.
He killed
There
it.
you go. Yeah, he did.
did.
He
Always
did
does.
great.
Lots of people. Big Jen, Big Lifts from Southside.
Yeah, from Southside.
Benched 100.
That's right.
Tommy Earl killed it.
Tommy Earl.
Yeah.
Huge
beat it
total
as well.
PB.
Mm-hmm.
There were a couple more from Southside as well that I don't know very well, but
Jacob Funstein.
Funstein,
Yeah.
big listener of the podcast, comments on every
Yeah.
episode on
Yes.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jacob.
Yes.
Where's the? He's going to make an Instagram fan page too
For what?
for the podcast.
Yeah,
Yes,
nice.
let's go.
Nice. It'll be him.
And he jumped in the next day and helped with
Yeah, he
spotting and
did. He
loading.
spotted and loaded the
Yeah.
whole day.
Yeah.
I don't know if we should talk about it, but Toby had a really bad car accident on the morning of the second day. That kind of rattled everyone a little bit. He's okay. His car is not okay. His car was really bad. So, I mean, like, thank God for Zero and our team for just banding together in a moment like that and making the comp still happen. And Daniel and Rochelle looked after him and were there for him up in Brisbane when all that happened. So just really cool that we've got each other and yeah,
Yeah.
all worked out
What
in
a
the end.
team.
And he's okay.
Yeah.
That's the main thing.
So good to see you make it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got a few other topics, but I think we should just leave it there for today.
Yeah. You don't have any like disgusting Reddit would you rathers?
Nah, I was
At
going
the
through.
ready?
Not yet. I will have some more for next week
They're so good.
because there's a lot of filter. I have to filter through a lot of them because they're fucking disgusting.
I think that we get the filtered ones.
Yeah.
Jeez.
They are.
Next week.
So next step we've got novice comp next week, which I think will go about 30 lifters. A few signed up overnight, so there might be a couple more, but we'll only do it in 2 flights. And then we've got nationals coming up. So Daniel behind the scenes has been organizing all the invites for that. If you listen to the podcast and you've made it this far, I mean, you're going to hear this after all the invites have been sent out, but we had 500 people apply.
Wow.
Or, sorry, I should say 500 applications. There were quite a few double ups.
Oh, yeah.
And so this is the thing, like APL's getting huge, and so nationals can only handle so many people. And so it's the barrier to entry is going to get higher. So you're going to have to keep working, keep getting stronger. We've been talking a lot about what the coming years looks like, and I think next year we'll be able to justify a juniors masters nationals separate to the open
Nice.
nationals.
So juniors and masters?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because we
That's
have a
cool.
huge juniors and masters community in APL.
That's cool.
Like, I mean, you guys see it. Every comp, there's like 115-year-olds.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's great.
Well, previously in powerlifting, you hardly ever saw kids competing. Now we get them all the time.
So good.
So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we see juniors, masters, nationals next year, or at least a longer version of our current nationals with juniors, masters only days. We're going to have specific junior masters, a bigger pool of junior masters at this nationals than originally planned for because of the sheer amount of applications, which is really cool. So yeah, looking forward to that. It's the first since Daniel's taken over APL. This will be the first comp that's offered pretty big prize money. So
That's sick.
Nice.
Just before we wrap things up, I actually just wanted to quickly. I was meant to talk about this before, but Sheffield. Did you see Sheffield?
I didn't watch. All I saw was highlights on Instagram.
How was the production?
Yeah, pretty crazy.
The production. That's probably the most the production on Sheffield, the powerlifting competition in the UK, was insane. Now that looked like a spectacle. Because was it an IPF sanctioned meet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
IPF, sponsored by SBD. Yep.
Yeah, that was fucking unreal. And Jesus Oliveira.
Oh,
Yes.
that comp with
Yeah, no, that's insane, eh?
You know who won the female division?
Yeah, Evie Corrigan from New
Evie,
Zealand.
From from Christchurch originally.
Yeah.
She lives in Auckland now.
That's crazy. I went to school with her.
Yeah, wild.
Her and her sister.
Yep.
I can't believe that. I didn't realize I knew she was fucking an astonishing lifter, but I didn't realize she was that good pound for pound.
Yeah, well, I remember when Kira, her sister, was really good and Evie was just like in the shadows, and then the roles reversed and Evie just kept getting better and better. I didn't realize until the other day how they actually scored that comp. You know how they did it?
Because was it off good lifts? GL?
So it was no, as in how you won the comp was if you're in a weight class, the all-time record in the IPF for that weight class, you got put as a percentage against it. So like if you're in the 93 kilo class and the all-time record is 800 kilos, if you went 800, you're 100%. So if you went less than that, you're like 90-something% over it. You're 100.
Oh, is
so
that how the...
when you saw the scorecards, and it'd be like Evie, I think she went 104%. She went over the all-time record in the IPF. That's how it was scored.
That's cool.
Which is actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's something that I'd love to do, but we don't have enough of a history in something like APL to do it.
Yeah. It was cool seeing like people like Taylor Atwood, that's usually so dominant, who hasn't lost a comp in like 10 years. He came 5th, which is crazy. But that's that's us. That's all I wanted to quickly bring up.
Sweet. Well, give us 5 stars. Keep listening. Keep subscribing. Love you all. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for listening to the ZeroW Podcast. If you want more information, head to our Instagram, @zero_weakness. Hit the link in the bio for all of our services and any information on upcoming workshops and events. Don't forget to leave us a 5-star review so we can have a broader reach and answer more people's questions. Thank you once more.